All right.
The wreck vehicles there for.
I don't know. Maybe it's one of the vehicles from that wreck yesterday. Who knows?
Sign in.
I suppose.
There's more to this story than you may know.
I guess this is what we.
Yeah, I can see the reason why that wouldn't. It's pretty simple like that. Yeah, but I'm not an attorney. Yeah. Well, I've gone through it on my desk. You know, I've probably left it on my desk. I'm preparing it for the old one. All the other ones. So.
Are you getting the new improvement at the last second?
No, that's the one. Yeah, that's one where it's got notes at the bottom of the change.
You want to wait?
Yeah, that's the last one.
Not yet.
After our last meeting, put all the notes and all the changes, so everybody would have a list as we're doing. We'll start putting that on there, so.
That's very good. I looked at it very carefully. It looks just perfect. It's a very fine job.
So once you get to the first one, that's you typing.
You're going to read all that. I'm
See
leaving.
if I could pick it something. I didn't find anything in it.
Well, I'm gonna make you just a
hear
glass of water. Meeting before next show. Yeah.
Oh,
I'll be double dick this way. Touch the CD. No, go ahead.
I don't know. I have no idea. I would assume yes, but
They're dating anyway.
yeah, for that long, you could give them like the last minute, whatever.
I don't believe all of them. I just, do you have to sign that? No.
Yeah, September the 19th.
Oh, okay.
What, how much was it?
All I need.
No. What do you want, hold on.
Just raise your hand. Here's how much it was.
Okay, you got a lot of cover in front of you, I can tell you right now.
I'll look at the wrong side. I'll look at
On today's,
basically,
we came
basically 55.
So,
That's good. We need it other places.
Yeah. Well, it's 6 o'clock, so I'm gonna call the meeting to order. Would you like to do a roll call in?
Mayor Ray Wakeman,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Pam Drost,
here,
Council members Donald Weaver,
Here.
Phil Rutledge,
Here.
Ruthie Seward,
here.
and Darlene Jordan.
I'm not sure where she is. Hoping she reads it.
Yeah, maybe she'll show up here.
Okay, we have a quorum. I'd like to have a motion on the consent items.
I'll make a motion.
Have a second.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second for the consent items, item number 3 and item number 4. So we passed on that. Do we vote?
Did we
All in
vote?
favor?
You don't get to vote.
I don't get a vote.
Easy.
Yeah. Gotta look careful. Keep me in line.
There we go.
Okay, now we're going to canvassing the votes. All right. On our November 5 election, Adam Gonzalez received 83 votes. Warren Savage received 23.
No, but I can't.
Randy Edbury received 61. And Lee Mitchell received 7. For a total of 174 votes cast. And Pam Drost received 125. She got 100% of hers. So we have any questions or anything on the election results?
Well, with the volume of difference, do we want to look at the voters list,
If you
question
want-
that, but
If you want to look at it, it's up to you.
I mean, I don't think you're going to find 15 that are out west.
Well, and the county handled the election.
Right.
So I don't anticipate that
They were under the gun this year to do things extra proper because of all of the hoodoo about the ID on the election, so.
yeah, everybody had that picture ID this year.
I guess I would make a motion that we approve the votes as cast.
Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second that motion.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Canvassing the votes. Okay, we would like to swear in the 2 new officials. And Pam, this is yours. And how do you want to do that, Sandy?
You'll get back here, I'll move, or?
It's wherever they want to stand in front.
You have a collection of those.
Or
Is that
anybody,
up front? That's fine.
do you want to do it right here?
Yeah.
Do you want to do it together and just say your name separate?
Yep.
Adam, how do you want to do separate together? or
Separate
how do you
together?
wish?
Okay, and then I'll just,
Is that all right, Carl?
Yeah.
Ask him.
Just double check.
I'd like to have this lady over here in the corner.
This is starting out well.
Great.
raise your right hand. I,
I,
Pam Drost,
Pam Jost,
I, Adam Richard Gonzalez,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I have not,
that I have not
or directly or indirectly paid,
directly or indirectly paid,
offered,
offered,
promised to pay,
promised to pay,
contributed,
contributed,
or promised to contribute
or promised to contribute
any money
any money
or thing of value,
or thing of value,
or promised any public office
or promised any public office
or employment
or employment
for the giving
for the giving
or withholding
or withholding
of any vote
of any vote
at the election
at the election
at which I was elected
at which I was elected
as a reward
as a reward
to secure my appointment
to secure my appointment
or
or
confirmation,
confirmation,
whichever the case may be,
whichever the case may be,
so help me God.
so help me God.
The position to which I'm elected,
Position to which I'm elected,
City Council Place 4,
City Council Place 4,
City Council Place 2.
City Council Place 2.
The city and county is Coffee City, Henderson County.
the
City
city is
is
Coffee City,
Henderson County.
County.
Okay. That is your statement of officer, the oath of office. Raise your right hand again. In the name and by the authority of the state of Texas,
in the
In the
name
name
and by the authority of the state of Texas,
I
I, Pam Jost,
I, Adam Richard Gonzalez,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I have faithfully
that I have faithfully
and will execute
and will execute
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of City Council Place 4
of City Council Place 2
of the state of Texas,
of the state of Texas,
and will to the best of my ability
and
will to the best of my ability
preserve,
preserve,
protect,
protect,
and defend the Constitution
and defend the Constitution
and the laws of the United States
and the laws of the United States
and of this state,
and of this state.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You guys need to sign your paperwork. Okay. Here's, I'm sure that's your paperwork. Here's your paperwork.
And it says that in it.
There she comes.
Your name is.
Boy, see how easy it is to be replaced?
And here.
They just swore them.
Sign my paperwork.
So, but I want to hug. She's in the way.
And then-
It's been a good 2 years, hasn't it?
And then you
It's
sign
been a
that.
good year anyway. How are you?
Thank you. That's it.
Okay, Darlene, I would like to have you stay up here for a minute. Adam, you can take your seat up here if you like.
Oh, no.
Served on the city council in years past, and she's always been willing to help with anything that we need her help with. And this is not just a one-term gal, she's been on before. When we needed her, she helped, and we're really grateful for that. So we have a certificate of appreciation. The mayor and the council members of Coffee City take great pleasure in recognizing and honoring Darlene Jordan as she leaves her service as public servant from May 11, 2011 to November 2013. Councilman Place 2 for the city of Coffee City. We thank you for your dedicated service and for you representing the citizens of Coffee City. Okay.
I need a hug from my coworkers.
Yeah.
What do you mean, like,
We're going to go to open forum. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to make a statement? Okay. Me?
Yes, my name's Gary Brown.
Oh, okay.
I'm the developer of Brown's Landing on West Palestine. And Mr. Mayor and council members, I appreciate you taking a few minutes of your time to just listen to what I have to say. But basically, I'm here to speak in favor of item number 10, which I know is just something that you're considering tonight. But all of us that live off of County Road 4202, whether you're in Brown's Landing or Cape Tranquility, have for many, many years been driving down a road that's mostly potholes. And it's unfortunate that there's a catch-22 that exists with that road. I've tried to talk to some people from the city, Coffee City, and I've talked to Ken Giesland about this, but Since it's within the city limits, just the road and the right-of-way is within the city limits, the county has limitations as to what they can do in terms of maintenance. And so we're not getting a lot of help from them other than what they can possibly give us, and they've helped us on a couple of occasions. Obviously, the city of Coffee City doesn't have a maintenance program for street maintenance within the system that exists today. And so as a result of that, for many, many years, this road's been neglected. And the cleaning of the road, the mowing of the road, the removal of trees when they found it, all that has been just a community effort. And even though I know most of the money that we pay in taxes to Henderson County does not go to road maintenance, the monies that we are paying, the proportion or the portion of the money that we're paying isn't being used on that roadway. And so we're here as a neighborhood, as Brown's Landing and the people I've spoken with in Cape Tranquility, to give you all the support we can on the de-annexation of the road. I know that it was done many years ago for purposes that probably aren't even relevant or as relevant today, but it is a problem not just for us, but for the whole community that's out there. And we hope you'll offer that due consideration and know that we're 100% in support of the de-annexation so someone can begin maintaining the road again.
Yes, Mr. Brown, we've heard from quite a few people about that issue, and we sympathize with you. We will probably take the necessary action to de-annex that. It's not just the road. There are some residential areas that are also in the city, and we're consulting with our attorney now to just see what procedure. De-annexation is different than annexation. It's a little more difficult, but there may be a couple of things that might simplify it. So we will let you know.
I appreciate that. Anything we can do to help, we certainly stand there.
If we had money, we would be fixing that road.
I understand. If I had money, I'd be fixing it.
Can you give your contact information to Angela?
Absolutely, I'll do that tonight.
Anyone else? Okay.
I am Gordon Palmer, and I am a candidate for Commissioner Precinct 4. Just wanted to come by just to let you know who I was. And like I say, I was born and raised here. A lot of you I know. I was thinking the other day, I stood right here as a kid before the building was even there. And mainly just to show my face, let you know that I'll be in and out of the community working and politicking, and I'm not a politician, but that way y'all won't shoot me. You'll know exactly who I am. And that's all I got. So.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
My name's Gerald Jacob. I live out in Brown's Landing. My wife Joyce is here with me this evening, so I know Gary. And what I want to do is just echo what Gary had to say, and I want to also say that when we've tried to approach this, my wife's called about road maintenance a couple of times, Commissioner, City Council. It's always been very receptive, very forthright explaining what the problems are, and we know and appreciate all that. So I want to say thank you for that, but you can appreciate our interest is to get it in one court or the other, and the county can maintain the road, and that's really all we're looking for. But we appreciate the opportunity to speak for that.
Appreciate it. Anyone else? Is there anything you want to say about that?
Well, I didn't know at what point, since we're talking about roads, it might be beneficial for me to go ahead and do the road report. Here is a receipt for road work that was done today. Of the $400 that was allocated, and that's in reference to the October 3rd email that I received from Angela that stated $400 was what the City Council had voted on to move forward in repairing the roads. And as I told you at that time, we were pretty backed up with other work, and we would start on it as soon as we could. We started today, and we completed 4202.
There, we noticed.
Even though on the top of the list was the Coffee City and City Hall parking lot, as we came from the plant, we stopped at the first road and we were working systematically, and 4202 happened to be the first road. So there is an advantage of being in Browns Landing and Cape Tranquility. We went on and completed work on Loungeonette and Highsaw, and we did a little bit on Duval, and that completed the $352 and 64 cents worth of material that we picked up today. So there is a question, is there more money? Because if you can let me...
He was basically hauling that road thing. The people that are hauling that waste up there on that property off of Stevenson Road,
Right.
they donated, I think, $300 and something, and the water company also donated about $400.
So I can send an email out tonight, and we will be ready to go with another $352 and thereabouts.
Yeah, I think we had somewhere between $1,000 and $1,100.
All right, because it looks like we can complete everything in the main portion of the list with 2.5 more loads. So we will proceed on tomorrow, since the weather's going to be another good day. And we should be able to finish everything in the Highsaw edition and probably Pinedale as well. And then next week, we will move over to 2220. There was a couple things in the list that Chief Moore presented. One of them is some maintenance activities on 4217. I've scratched those off because we're handling those. Any issues on 4217, as I stated before, the county is handling that. That was never in dispute. That was the Fincastle thoroughfare.
Okay.
And we would take care of all maintenance on 4217. That is all, unless there's any
Question.
question. Yes.
Is this road worth the potholes that, okay. Any roads in Briarwood Bay were identified?
No, there's a letter in the packet that you need to read. I think you have the packet, there was just not to get the letter. From the attorney. You should have copied that letter in there.
It's drafted.
Yeah.
You want to read it, or you've already read it? Can you paraphrase it?
That's for you to read. That's for you to read.
For me to read.
Is this the bill? Okay, anyone else?
May I speak?
Yes.
I would like to congratulate Mr. Gonzalez.
Thank you, ma'am.
Every time I see one of these things that the air blows through and up and over, I'll think of him. He'll be forever photostated in the mind. But now you're not just Briarwood Bay, you're my councilman over in Highsaw. And I would like to give you your first assignment, okay? Yeah, okay, I'll give it to you anyway.
Well, just to let you know, we're all part of the city, ma'am, so although I am just one representative, I cannot make without
No.
everyone on the council, just so you're
Oh,
aware.
I know that, I
Okay.
know that.
Okay.
But I had worked on my lot over in Briarwood Bay so hard and so long, and picked up and down the street there, the trash, until my husband and I had been out in the sun till we both ended up having heat strokes. During this time, in order to make the load heavier, somebody continued to still empty the garbage out on the street, and then whenever we put up enough conflict over it, then they stole the garbage cans. All of them, 4 of them. I would like you to find my garbage cans and bring them back to me.
Yeah, Chief.
You know where they are.
I know where they're at.
Yeah, and you know who took them. and so do I. That's it.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll hear from you next week, at next meeting. I expect to hear from you.
You should hear from me before that. Your property in Briarwood Bay is the one that still has your son's sign on it, correct?
What?
Property number 1.
Yes.
Okay, anyone else? Okay, then we will move on to the next item, which is item 8. Consider an act on quarterly review of budget and amendments to budget.
I think everybody's got a copy. Adam, this, you should have a long sheet there, over there. That you, I don't think you were here at the last meeting when we actually did this, were you? Okay, basically what we did was go through and line by line, and looked at each budget item, where we stood versus what we spent versus what the budget actually was, and we came in and altered some of them. Actually, we adjusted this, showing the alterations that had been made in the last 3 months, and that's basically all those changes that come up here. Some of them are highlighted, just so we'll track it quarterly going forward. We're going to know exactly where every dollar's going to go. So I guess I'm asking these folks that was here, if you see anything that we missed, any items that was left out that we need to relook at. I don't know that there's really anything to approve here, just more of an update.
We just have to approve accepting this budget as the final version of our.
Well, can I have a question about that? At the last meeting, we went over the income and expenses as to where they were to what was budgeted, but we really didn't act and vote upon changing anything. I think we can do that now under number 8. So do you need like a motion to say, let's do that?
I need a motion from somebody accepting this budget as the issues that we had discussed changing at our last meeting, this being the changed version.
And the issues being audit, animal control was already done, audit and the
Actually, the audit's the only one we added in October.
Yes.
So everything else was done before that. Animal control.
We had approved the cost of the audit, but we hadn't approved changes.
Right, to
on
the
it.
change
Yeah.
to this. Since I did
Might-
the paperwork, I prefer
Might
not to
make
write.
might make a note too, we had previously changed the election expense from 5,000 to 7,000, or when we finally got some things, everything came up about 5,500, I think, for the under budget.
Yeah, well, that's note 4.
yeah, that was.
So actually, we just found out it's 5,500 instead of 7, so safe side.
Well, I'd like to make a motion that we accept these changes as discussed on the budget.
Have a second?
I second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Very fine piece of paper, well done, Phil, with Mayor, Pam.
Well, let's thank Phil and Pam for putting this together.
Very nicely done. I looked and looked and looked, and
Yeah.
I could
Yeah,
see
never
nothing.
penny.
Okay. Item 9, consider an act appointing Mayor Pro Tem.
I would like to make a motion.
Okay.
My motion is that Pam Gross continues as Mayor Pro Tem. She has done an outstanding job. She's put a lot of effort in up here. If you look at closets and cabinets and everything is organized. She's learned QuickBooks with Angela. So I will make the motion that she continues as Mayor Pro Tem.
I second it.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
That was easy.
She does work hard.
As somebody used to say, that was a no-brainer.
Okay, item number 10, I'd like to have a motion to table that until next meeting. We still have some information we need to supply to.
I'd like to make a motion to table this
Until the next meeting.
until the next meeting.
I'll second that.
And I'll
All in favor?
raise my hand. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, mayor's report. Did you ever think about that? I haven't expensive too. Yeah.
On their payments, but we did start, I do have to say, we did start the month of November out pretty good so far, with some of the old warrants
Good.
being paid, so
Here from Pioneer.
we are hearing from Pioneer.
You're talking about this month, the month of November?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, we
That's all I got.
kinda hit a low point with them there for a
There
little
for a
bit.
little while, they were doing their skip trace, trying to get good addresses.
Thank you, Selena. Okay, police report.
Okay, in the month of October, we had 2 vehicle accidents. We had calls for service was 21. Burglaries, we had 3. Assaults, we had 2. Call-outs was 5. Agency assist was 3. And we arrested 7 people. This is for a total of 26.
Any unusual activity for the police department this past month?
No, there's been quite a few things.
Is it looks to me, is the burglaries down a little bit?
Yes, the burglaries are down a little bit. We actually, myself and then at another time, one of my officers, we actually responded to burglaries that were in progress and actually took people to jail for burglaries in progress. We caught them in the house. He at one time and myself at another time. The response was quick enough that we got there and they didn't have time to run.
Thank you.
All right.
Fire report. We have
A fire report, this is for the month of October, had 24 calls for service. Call volume is above average, which the average is 20. That was 2 building fires, 4 rubbish, grass, and burn ban fires, 9 medical calls, 1 tree obstruction, 2 boat calls, 1 law enforcement standby, 3 MBAs, 0 burn ban violations, 2 public service, 1 good intent. Excuse me. We currently have 13 senior firefighters with 3 new prospects at this time. Upcoming, extrication, Tech 1, Tech 2 will be the 15th, 16th, and 17th of November. There will be approximately 40 personnel from 6 counties attending this event with 2 representatives from Texas A&M observing and certifying the training. ISO survey was received today and we will continue to work towards it. If you have any questions or problems, please contact Chris Moore, Fire Chief.
Is the reason for all of the wrecked cars out here this?
Yes, this is actually going to take place, like I say, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. The wrecked cars, they're supposed to be 1 car per 4 firefighters. And what they're going to do is basically cut them up, like taking somebody out of it, getting them out if they were pinned in, using the jaws to climb, things like that, and then Goodman will actually come back and pick the vehicles up, take them back to his yard once they're through.
I thought that was the employees' parking lot there.
I asked him if he
That's what we drive now, so.
I asked him if he'd been deer hunting again.
Yeah, you see that dead deer laying down there on the side of the road.
I just wonder, first thing I thought when I saw those is maybe the schools or something were bringing kids up here to look at what could happen.
Well, actually, tomorrow we will have a school bus here too. So.
A rec school bus?
Yeah, it's coming out of the junkyard, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be cut up also.
That downed tree was a Sunday morning. I was trying to get out to go to church. I appreciate them. It's above my house.
Yeah, you got one way in and out, so that's kind of.
Okay. Anyone have anything else?
Mayor, how much money is left in the county's allocation to us? It's 32,200.
We had about 3,200, but
What are we at now?
after he gets through with what he's doing, it's going to be considerably less. Do you have any estimate what's going to be left when you're through?
I hate it when you do that.
Let's put him on the spot.
There should be around 2,000. But, I mean, let me run the numbers,
Yeah.
and I'll send you an email. And on that topic of email, there was several numbers you threw out. It's not a problem for us to continue working, doing work on the roads tomorrow. But I would very much appreciate to know exactly how much, because I don't want to be in the position that I've spent more money than you have in donations and committed. And that was the reason I asked for the first email.
Did you say 700 more, is that what you said?
I think it's about.
You said 700, and then the water company was 4.
Yeah, Angela, do you have those numbers that Chris gave you on those?
I don't have it right here.
Donations?
I know one was 400, but I don't know what that other one
So
was.
how do we get the money?
One was about 300 something.
I think they mailed us a check,
Okay.
because we already got that 400.
Yeah.
Yeah, a question then. I realize we have limited money that we can use with the county, but we did budget road repairs. 3,500, and so has that been used?
I don't think
No.
we've used it up.
I didn't think we had done much with that, so.
So we're still running on donated money at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, through October, we used 0. So you can see the dollar amount of our road repair.
Yeah. But we have money that's budgeted for it, so if you run out.
All I'm asking for is an email from your office stating, this is the amount, and I will track it exactly the same way as I track the $5,000 worth of interlocal agreement money. And at the completion of every job, I will send you an email report of how much is left and how much is left in road material. And, until we finish, your prioritized list of the roads you want us to upgrade.
And on that, on the interlocal agreement, who is the city's liaison on that with the county, Mr. Geisler? Because I know the interlocal agreement says the city's supposed to have someone. Is it you, Mayor?
Mostly me, but I'm the one that sent them the emails. Okay, anything else? Any objections to motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
I'll triple it.
I thought we were-
Make it-